Welcome back to Change Your Life. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of United States Washington quarter dollar coins and uncovering the stories, history, and surprising values hidden inside some ordinary-looking pocket change. In this video, we'll explore the top 3 rare Washington quarter dollar coins featuring the 1997p, 1999D, 2000D, and 2001D mint issues, and discover why collectors across America are searching for these coins. At first glance, these quarters may look like everyday coins, but some examples with rare minting errors, exceptional condition, unusual color shades, or unique characteristics have captured the attention of collectors and have sold for impressive prices at major auctions. While most circulated quarters are worth only their face value, a small number have become highly collectible because of their rarity, demand, and preservation. We'll also take a closer look at the rich history of the Washington quarter, its iconic design, the meaning of the P and D mint marks, and the factors that can make one coin far more valuable than another. You'll learn why experienced coin collectors carefully examine every detail before adding a coin to their collection. If you have old quarters stored in a jar, wallet, or coin collection, don't spend them just yet. One small detail could make a significant difference in value. Stay with us until the end as we reveal fascinating facts, collector tips, and auction prices that every coin enthusiast should know. Now, let's begin with our first rare Washington quarter dollar coin. First coins, welcome back to Change Your Life. Today we're exploring one of the most interesting coins ever released by the United States Mint, the 1997 Roosevelt dime with the P mint mark. At first glance, this tiny 10-cent coin may seem like nothing more than ordinary pocket change. Millions of Americans have carried it in their wallets, received it as change, or tossed it into jars without giving it a second thought. But for coin collectors, every Roosevelt dime tells a story. Hidden among millions of ordinary coins are a few exceptional examples that attract serious collector interest because of their condition, unusual minting characteristics, or genuine mint errors. Before we begin, remember one important fact. Not every 1997p Roosevelt dime is rare or valuable. Most circulated examples are worth only their face value of 10 cents. However, collectors carefully inspect these coins because a small number may be worth much more due to outstanding preservation, certified high grades, or authentic mint errors. That is why experienced collectors never judge a coin by its date alone. The Roosevelt dime has a long and respected history in American coinage. It was introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, whose leadership during difficult times left a lasting mark on the nation. Roosevelt also supported the fight against polio through the March of Dimes campaign, making it especially meaningful that his portrait appears on the 10-cent coin. Since then, the Roosevelt dime has remained one of the most familiar coins in the United States. The 1997 Roosevelt dime carrying the P mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The P indicates where the coin was produced and helps collectors identify its origin. While millions were minted for circulation, the quality of individual coins varies. Some entered circulation immediately and became scratched, worn, and discolored. Others were carefully stored, preserving their original mint luster for decades. When examining a 1997p dime, collectors pay close attention to every detail. They study the sharpness of Roosevelt's portrait, the lettering, the date, the mint mark, and the condition of the coin's surfaces. Even tiny differences can influence a coin's desirability. Coins with bright original luster, minimal marks, and strong strikes are generally more attractive to collectors than heavily worn examples. Many people believe that a dirty or dark-colored coin is automatically valuable. In reality, dirt alone does not create rarity. A coin becomes collectible because of factors such as preservation, authenticity, mint errors, and demand among collectors. Cleaning a coin is usually discouraged because it can damage the surface and reduce its appeal to buyers. Leaving the coin in its natural state is often the better choice. Another feature that excites collectors is the possibility of genuine mint errors. During the minting process, small mistakes can occasionally occur. Off-center strikes, doubled details, die cracks, clipped planchets, or other verified minting errors may make a coin more desirable. These are uncommon, and they must be authenticated before they can command higher prices. Auction results often remind collectors that condition matters. A common coin in average circulated condition may be worth only face value, while an exceptionally preserved example certified by a respected grading service can sell for much more because high-grade coins become increasingly difficult to find. Collectors compete for the finest known examples, especially when population numbers are low. As we continue through this video, we'll explore what makes the 1997p Roosevelt dime fascinating to collectors, how to recognize important features, what kinds of mint errors deserve attention, and why some examples sell for premiums while most remain ordinary circulation coins. If you have a jar of old dimes at home, it may be worth taking a closer look, not because every coin is rare, but because careful examination is the first step every collector takes. So stay with me because we're only getting started. In the next section, we'll take a closer look at the design of the 1997 P. Roosevelt dime, the production process at the Philadelphia Mint, and the characteristics that experienced collectors examine before deciding whether a coin deserves a place in their collection. Next up. Second coin, 1999 D. Roosevelt dime. Welcome back. Now it's time to reveal our second coin, the 1999 D. Roosevelt dime from the United States of America. This small 10-cent coin has attracted the attention of collectors for many years. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary dime that people use every day, but many collectors still search through rolls of coins hoping to find an outstanding example. If you have a 1999 D. Roosevelt dime at home, don't rush to spend it before examining it carefully. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, one of the most influential leaders in American history. His portrait has appeared on the dime for decades, making it one of the most recognized coins in the United States. The 1999 D coin was struck at the Denver Mint, and the small D mint mark below the date tells collectors where it was made. Millions of these dimes were produced for circulation, but only a small percentage remain in exceptional condition today. Many people believe that every old coin is automatically valuable, but that is not how coin collecting works. A coin's value depends on its condition, originality, rarity, collector demand, and whether it has a genuine mint error. Most circulated 1999 D dimes are worth only their face value of 10 cents, while beautiful uncirculated examples or authenticated error coins can be worth considerably more to collectors. The design of the Roosevelt dime is admired for its simplicity. The front features President Roosevelt with the words Liberty, In God We Trust, the date 1999, and the D mint mark. The reverse displays the Torch of Liberty, an olive branch representing peace, and an oak branch symbolizing strength. These details have made the Roosevelt dime an enduring part of American coinage. Collectors always inspect a coin carefully under bright light. They look for strong luster, sharp lettering, crisp details, and any signs of unusual minting. Even a tiny doubling of letters, a die crack, an off-center strike, or another verified mint error can increase collector interest. Such errors are uncommon, which is why they attract attention when discovered. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is cleaning their coins. A cleaned coin often loses part of its original surface, and many collectors prefer coins that have never been polished. Even if your dime appears dark, toned, or dirty, it is usually better to leave it untouched until it can be examined by an experienced collector or professional grading service. Some of the highest quality 1999 D Roosevelt dimes have sold for impressive prices because they earned exceptional grades from professional grading companies. These coins are rare because very few survive without marks from circulation or handling. Collectors are willing to compete for the finest known examples, especially when population reports show that only a limited number have achieved the highest grades. If you discover a 1999 D dime with an unusual appearance, don't immediately assume it is extremely valuable. Compare it with a normal example, inspect it carefully, and if necessary, have it authenticated. Genuine mint errors are created during the minting process, while damage that occurs after a coin enters circulation usually does not add value. Coin collecting is about patience, observation, and knowledge. Many successful collectors have built remarkable collections by carefully searching through everyday coins. While finding a rare variety is uncommon, the excitement of the search is part of what makes the hobby so enjoyable. The 1999 D Roosevelt dime reminds us that every coin has a story. It represents American history, skilled craftsmanship, and the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin could become a treasured collectible if it possesses the right characteristics. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced collector, always examine your coins closely, protect them from damage, and continue learning about the fascinating world of numismatics. Stay with us because our next coin is another interesting Roosevelt dime that every collector should know about. You never know when the next coin in your pocket could become the most exciting discovery in your collection. Next up. Third coin, 2000 D Roosevelt dime. Welcome back, everyone. It's time to reveal the third coin in today's collection journey, the 2000 D Roosevelt dime from the United States of America. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary 10-cent coin that millions of Americans have carried in their pockets. Most people spend it without giving it a second thought, but experienced collectors know that every coin deserves a closer look. Sometimes the smallest details can make the biggest difference, and that is why the 2000 D Roosevelt dime continues to attract attention from coin enthusiasts around the world. The Roosevelt dime has been an important part of American coinage since 1946. It was introduced to honor President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, whose leadership during difficult times and support for the fight against polio made him one of the most respected presidents in American history. The coin remains one of the longest-running designs in modern United States coinage, and each year tells a small part of America's story. The D Mint mark on the 2000 dime means it was produced at the Denver Mint. Hundreds of millions of these dimes were struck for everyday circulation. Because so many were produced, most examples found in circulation today are worth only their face value of 10 cents. However, collectors still search through rolls of coins because a few pieces stand out due to exceptional preservation or genuine mint errors. When examining a 2000 D Roosevelt dime, collectors first study its condition. A coin with bright original mint luster, sharp details, and very few contact marks is much more desirable than one that has spent years in circulation. Coins that remain in outstanding uncirculated condition become increasingly difficult to find over time, making them attractive to collectors who want the finest possible examples. The design of the Roosevelt dime has remained familiar for generations. The front of the coin features the portrait of President Roosevelt along with the words Liberty, In God We Trust, the year 2000, and the D Mint mark. The reverse displays a torch representing liberty, an olive branch symbolizing peace, and an oak branch representing strength. These classic elements make the Roosevelt dime one of the most recognizable coins in American history. One of the most exciting parts of coin collecting is the search for genuine mint errors. During production, small mistakes can occasionally occur. Collectors carefully inspect coins for off-center strikes, doubled letters or numbers, die cracks, clipped planchets, and other authentic minting errors. These unusual features are uncommon and can make a coin much more desirable when verified by experts. Many beginners believe that a dark, dirty, or toned coin is automatically valuable. In reality, color alone does not determine value. A coin becomes collectible because of its authenticity, condition, rarity, and demand. In fact, cleaning a coin can reduce its appeal because it removes the natural surface that collectors prefer. If you discover an unusual-looking dime, it is usually best to leave it untouched until it can be evaluated properly. Professional grading also plays an important role in determining value. Independent grading companies examine a coin's authenticity and preservation before assigning it a grade. High-grade 2000 D Roosevelt dimes are much scarcer than ordinary circulated examples, and collectors are often willing to pay significant premiums for coins that rank among the finest known. That is why careful storage and proper handling are essential for anyone hoping to preserve a coin's condition. If you find a 2000 D Roosevelt dime with an unusual appearance, examine it carefully before making assumptions. Compare it with a normal example, look for genuine mint characteristics, and seek professional authentication if you believe it may be an error coin. Patience and careful research are key parts of successful coin collecting. The 2000 D Roosevelt dime reminds us that every coin has a story beyond its face value. While most are common circulation coins, exceptional examples with outstanding condition or verified mint errors can become highly collectible. The thrill of searching through ordinary pocket change is what inspires collectors around the world to keep looking, because the next interesting discovery may already be waiting in a coin jar, an old collection, or even in the change from your next purchase. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more fascinating American coin stories, collector tips, and hidden treasures that make the world of numismatics so exciting. Remember to check your coins carefully, protect them from damage, and enjoy the journey of collecting one coin at a time. Fourth and final coin, 2001 D Roosevelt dime. And now we arrive at the fourth and final coin in today's exciting journey through American coin collecting, the 2001 D Roosevelt dime. At first glance, this small 10-cent coin may seem like nothing more than ordinary pocket change, but for dedicated collectors, every coin deserves a careful inspection. Hidden within millions of everyday coins can sometimes be exceptional examples that stand apart because of their remarkable condition, authentic mint errors, or outstanding collector demand. That possibility is what keeps coin enthusiasts searching through rolls of dimes year after year. The Roosevelt dime has been a symbol of American history since 1946, when it was introduced to honor President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. His leadership during the Great Depression and World War II left a lasting impact on the United States, while his support for the March of Dimes campaign made him a fitting choice for the nation's 10-cent coin. For generations, Americans have carried Roosevelt dimes in their pockets, often without realizing the fascinating history behind them. The 2001 D Roosevelt dime was produced at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D Mint mark on the front of the coin. large numbers were struck for circulation, meaning that most examples found in everyday change are worth their face value of 10 cents. However, collectors continue searching for exceptional pieces because not every coin survives in outstanding condition. Coins that remain brilliant, sharply struck, and nearly free from marks become much more difficult to find as the years pass. When examining a 2001 D-dime, experienced collectors pay attention to every detail. They inspect Roosevelt's portrait, the lettering, the date, the mint mark, and the reverse design featuring the torch, olive branch, and oak branch. Strong details, original mint luster, and minimal wear make a coin more attractive to collectors than one that has been heavily circulated. One of the most exciting aspects of modern coin collecting is the search for genuine mint errors. During the manufacturing process, rare mistakes can occur. Collectors look for doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, or other authenticated minting varieties. While these errors are uncommon, they can significantly increase collector interest when verified by professional experts. Many people think that a dark or dirty coin must be valuable simply because it looks old or unusual. In reality, dirt alone does not add value. Cleaning a coin can actually reduce its desirability because it damages the original surface that collectors prefer. If you discover a coin with unusual color or appearance, it is generally best to leave it in its natural condition until it has been properly examined. Professional grading is another important factor in determining value. Independent grading companies evaluate authenticity, preservation, and overall quality before assigning a grade. High-grade 2001 D Roosevelt dimes are far scarcer than ordinary circulated examples, and collectors often pay premiums for coins that rank among the finest known. This is why careful storage and gentle handling are so important for preserving collectible coins. If you believe you have an unusual 2001 D Roosevelt dime, compare it with a normal example and examine it carefully under good lighting. Look for authentic mint characteristics, rather than damage that occurred after the coin entered circulation. Genuine mint errors are created during production and are much more desirable than scratches, dents, or other post-mint damage. The world of coin collecting teaches patience, observation, and attention to detail. While most 2001 D Roosevelt dimes remain common circulation coins, the excitement comes from knowing that an exceptional example could still be waiting to be discovered in an old collection, a coin roll, or even your pocket change. Every search is an opportunity to learn more about American history and the fascinating process of coin production. As we conclude today's video, remember that knowledge is the most valuable tool any collector can have. Study your coins carefully, protect them from unnecessary cleaning or damage, and enjoy the thrill of discovering the stories hidden inside America's everyday currency. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Roosevelt Dime series. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with fellow coin collectors. Until next time, keep checking your change. You never know what treasure might be waiting for you.